Today is January 7th, 2020. Berochos Dalet.
It's such a big house.
Benayahu ben Yehoda, Zeh Sanhedrin. Benayahu ben Yehoda, we're referring to the sort of the entourage of David HaMelech. He was the head of Sanhedrin. And then Evyasar was the Kohen, who represented Elu Urim V'Tumim. V'cheinu Omer, Uvnayahu ben Yehoda ala Kresi ve'ala Plesi. Benayahu ben Yehuda was in charge of the Kresi and the Plesi. What's the Kresi and the Plesi? Lama Nikra Shmam Kresi Plesi. Kresi, Shekorsim Divrayim, they sort of cut, because it refers to the Sanhedrin, who cut their words very carefully. Plesi, Shemu Floim B'Divrayim. They're wondrous in their words. So, we were giving the order that before they went out to battle, they would ask from Achitophel advice, then they would go to the Sanhedrin, and then the Kohanim would ask from the Urim V'Tumim. Only then, Achar Kach Sar Tzva LaMelech Yoav. Then the generals would get involved, but there was a whole process of military planning prior to the actual fighting. Amar Yitzchak Baradav Amri Lav Rav Yitzchak Braid Ravidi. Maikra Ura Kvodi, Ura HaNevel, arise my honor, arise the harp, the kinor Ayira Shachar. This refers to the pasuk where we said that how did David HaMelech know to wake up at midnight? Because the wind blew through the harp and sort of like a alarm clock.
Yeah.
Rav Zera Amar, because initially we learned that Moshe Rabbeinu also, why did he say kachatzos alayla, that he didn't know exactly how to calculate chatzos? So Rav Zera says, no way. Moshe lo olam haviyada. Moshe knew exactly how to calculate chatzos. David nami haviyada. David HaMelech also knew. Even the David Aviyada, and if David knew how to calculate chatzos, kinor lamalei. Why did he need this contraption of the harp? Asuri mishnasei. He needed it to wake him up. So exactly at chatzos, he would wake up and begin to start learning. The kiva de Moshe Aviyada lamalei lememer kachatzos. Remember, why did Moshe, if he knows for sure, why didn't he say bachatzos? Why did he say HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to come to smite the Bechoros kachatzois around chatzois? Why? Because Ksavar Shemayitu, it's Dagnine Paro. Paro had astrologers who also knew how to calculate astronomical things. And maybe they would have come up with some kind of different calculation. The Yonru Moshe Badoyu. He would give them the time that he thought was chatzois, but they would calculate it different. And they would say, look, Moshe doesn't know what he's talking about. The Omar Mar, we've been taught, Lamed Lashon Chalomer Eni Odea. A person should always be willing to say, you know what, I don't know. So Moshe Rabbeinu also, he didn't want to be in a situation, Shema Tizbada V'Toiches, that he would be caught not knowing an exact time. However, Rav Ashi explains differently. Rav Ashi Amar Bapal de Urta, that when this pasuk was written, was the 13th of Adar, the night before, when it was Chatzos. The place where Nagi Arbeser Habit, Koi. The Harikomar Moshe Yisrael. Moshe was speaking to Klai Yisrael and saying, Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'mocher kachatzos Laila. Kachatzos could mean like what Mario said, around, but it also could mean like tonight. Like tonight's midnight, tomorrow it'll happen at the same time. That also, kachatzos could mean that. Ki ha'idna, just like tonight, ani yotzei v'sach Mitzrayim. Then, since we're talking about David HaMelech, we quote another pasuk that references David in Tehillim. It says, LeDavid, Shomra nafshi ki chasidani. Watch my soul because I'm a chasid. Let's remember that a chasid is someone that does something lifini mishur sadin. There's din, and then people who go beyond, they do things that the din doesn't require them to do. That's really what's called midas chasidus. So where do we see that David went beyond din? So machlokas levi Rav Yitzchak Chad Amar kach Amar David lifnei Kodesh Baruch Hu. This is what David said in front of Hashem. Ribono shel olam lo chasid ani. I'm not a chasid. Shekol malachi mizrach u'mayrav yishenim ad sholosh sois. All other kings of east and west sleep until the third hour of the day. Va'ani chatzos alayla akum lahodos lecha. And I wake up at midnight to already give praise to you. Aren't I not a chassid? V'idich.
Remind me, the 3 or 4 hours into the day, is it when it's daylight already?
Yeah. So let's say the first hour of the day. Let's say it's an exact day. Let's say 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is the 12 hours of night, and 6 a.m. is the first hour of day. So 6 to 7 is hour 1. 7 to 8 is hour 2. 8 to 9 is hour 3.
Oh, they like to shluf, the kings.
The kings like to shluf. V'idich kachamer David l'fnei Kodesh Baruch Hu. B'nai Shalom. Lo chasidani, am I not a chasid? Shekol malchei mizrach u'marav yoshvim agudos bekvoidom. What do the regular kings do? They sit amongst themselves with their great glory. Va'ani. What do? I wait for people to come and ask me shaylas. Yodai meluchlechas bedamu v'shpir v'shilya. The ladies come with their underwear and ask, "What color blood is this? Is this kosher? Can I have relations with my husband or not based on color of blood?" Or they miscarried a sphere or a shilya, which is a placenta. Is there a vlad there? Is there not a vlad there? Kedei latar isha labayla. So, am I not a chassid? V'lo od. Elakol mashani oisani nimlach b'Mepiboshes. Not only that, Mepiboshes was the son of Yonah's son, the son of Shaul. So Mepiboshes was the grandson of Shaul, who was a big Talmid Chacham. And David HaMelech, would subject himself to potential humiliation, because Mepiboshes was even a greater Talmid Chacham than David, and he would correct David. But even so, David would still stay to halacha and withstand the humiliation of Mepiboshes, who was my Rebbe. V'omer lo Mepiboshes, Rebbe. He would say to his Rebbe, Yafa Danti, did I judge properly? Yafa Chiyavti, Yafa Zachisi. Did I say whoever was chayiv is chayiv, whoever was potter, Yafa Tiarti, Yafa Timesi? V'lo Boshti. And even though I had to sort of check my answers with Mepiboshes, I was willing to do it. So am I not a chassid? Said David. Or of Yeshua Brei Ravidi. Mikra, what is meant by the pasuk? Va'adabra be'edusecha neged melachim v'lo evosh. I will speak and give testimony against kings and not be embarrassed. That's basically what he said, because he showed, what do the regular kings do? They puff until who knows when, and they're all involved in their honor, as opposed to what we do. Tona. Lo Mepiboshes shmo. It was not Mepiboshes, ela Ishboshes shmo. His name was Ishboshes. V'lama nikra shmo Mepiboshes. Shaimavayish pnei David b'alocha. He would cause David's face to be embarrassed when he was quoting halachas in front of him. Because of this, lefichach zacha David v'yotz mimenu kalev. Because of this embarrassment, David HaMelech was willing to suffer. One of his children was Kalev. V'amar Rav Yochanan lo Kalev shmo, ela Daniel shmo. His name was Daniel. Lama nikra shmo Kalev, shemakalim pnei Mepiboshes ba'alocha. That eventually Kalev was such a big Talmid Chacham, he was able to sort of darken the face of Mepiboshes ba'alocha because of such a good Talmid Chacham he was.
He was one of the 4 people who never sinned.
Kalev.
Kalev.
Amar Shlomo b'chachmaso. Shlomo HaMelech in Mishlei said, B'ni im chacham libecha yismach libi gamani. That means if I have a child who's a chacham, I'm going to be very happy too. That means even when Shlomo HaMelech was great wisdom, it gave a lot of nachas to David HaMelech because of being able to stand up against Mepiboshes. V'omar chacham b'ni v'somach libi v'ashiva chorpi davar. Period. Freik the Gemara v'David mikor l'nafshei chasid. Did David call himself a chasid? Vaksiv. Lulei amanti liros b'tuv Hashem beretz chaim. Lulei is a language of maybe, maybe not. Maybe I will be zochet to olam haba, maybe I won't. David was questioning his status. So how can he clearly say, oh, I'm a chassid, when we see another pasuk that David refers to himself, that it's not so clear. V'tana mishmei Rav Yossi, lama nokud alulei. If you look in the writings, when you see in Tanakh, the lulei has dots over it. Why? I know that you give reward to the tzaddikim. I'm not for sure that I have chelek with them. Imlav. Why? because I've been involved in Chatoim. There's Maisa Bas Sheva, there's Maisa Ur Yachiti, so he was concerned. Now, where do we see that being concerned about Chet is something to consider? Kid Rav Yaakov Baridi. Rav Yaakov Baridi Rami. Ksiv. By Yaakov Avinu, by the Sulam, Yaakov is given a promise. Hinei anochi imach. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I will be with you. Ushmarticha b'chol asher telech. I will watch you wherever you go. Uksiv. Vayira Yaakov me'od. Later on, when he faces Esav, says Yaakov was very afraid. Now, if Hashem has given him all of these rewards, what was he afraid about? Omar Shema Yigra Machet. Because maybe since that time when I was by the Sulam, it's 22 years later that he's coming back now, maybe there was some chet that I did that the chet will take away my potential reward. And there's another source for that, Kiditanya. It says in the Shira, Ad Yavor Amchar Hashem, Ad Yavor Amzu Kanisa. What is Ad Yavor Amchar Hashem Zu Bia Rishoina? That's Klal Yisrael coming into Eretz Yisrael with Yoshua. Ad Yavor Amzu Kanisa Zu Bia Shnia. That's coming in with Ezra. Mikan Amru Chachamim Ru'u Ma Yisrael Lasos Lem Neis B'mei Ezra Kederch Shnasla B'mei Yoshua ben Nun. That, when they came in with Yoshua ben Nun, the Yarden split, all the 31 kings were destroyed, Yericho's walls fell, there were a lot of Nisim. So, but when they came back with Ezra, there were no Nisim. Why not? Shema Gora Machet. Again, because of Chet. So this concern of Chet is a real concern. Okay. We go back to the Mishnah, where there was a debate until when can you say Kriya Shema. And the Chachamim's Shita was until Chatzois. Now, Chachamim command Sfiriluhu. Who do they hold like? Rabbi Yezer Sfiriluhu, Lamer Rabbi Yezer. Now, Rabbi Yezer said, from Tseis HaKrechavim to the first Ashmura. So, what is the Chachamim giving us a different Shita? Let them just say they hold like Rabbi Yezer. Now, Rabbi Gamliel said, you can lay all the way till the morning. Now, basically, what was the machlokas between Rabbi Yezer and Rabbi Gamliel? Rabbi Yezer says, how do you understand b'shach b'cha? Shach b'cha is when you go down to sleep. So when do most people begin to sleep? They begin to sleep in that first third. Now, what does Rabbi Gamliel learn b'shach b'cha? It means when people sleep. Well, people sleep all night. So that's why he held it goes from Tzeis till the Alos HaShachar. So that's really the fundamental machlokas between Rabbi Yezer and Rabbi Gamliel. So the Chachamim had this middle ground until Chatzois. Understand? If they hold like Rabbi Yezer, say they hold like Rabbi Yezer. If they hold like Rabbi Gamliel, hold like Rabbi Gamliel. What is this, a third Shita? So says the Gemara, La'olam Rabbi Gamliel Sfirlu. The Chachamim understand Rabbi Gamliel's svara better. They think that Uveshach B'cha really means while people sleep. And people sleep all night. V'hadika Amr Ad Chatzos. So why do they come up until Chatzos? It's a gezerah. It's a fence. Because a person's going to come home from work, he's not going to say Kriya Shema, and he's going to end up sleeping, and he's going to miss the whole thing. So just like other fences, Ad Chatzois, we know the Korban Pesach really could be eaten all night, but Chacham say no, Ad Chatzois, because otherwise a person's going to forget. Kedetanya, Chachamim asu siag l'divrayim. The Chachamim made a fence. Kadesh lo yei adam bamin asada ba'erev. Person's going to come home at night late from work. I'll eat a little bit, I'll drink a little bit. And v'ishan kima. I'll take a little drimmel. I'll take a little nap. After that, I'll read Kriya Shema, ve'espalel, and I'll daven. Because remember, we're going to learn. You have to put in close association Kriya Shema with Shmona Esrei. Because we're somech geula l'tfila. Ma'ariv. Right. Ma'ariv at night, that's what it says. Vespala refers to Tfilah Shmona Esrei of Ma'ariv. So he's got to do that. But what's going to happen is, Choytafta Shina, the sleep is going to grab him, V'nimsa Yoshin Kol HaLayla, and he's going to miss everything. So rather, Adam Babin Asada Be'erev, what should he do? Nichtas Beis HaKnesses. Imragil Likros, Korah. Now some people would make a Seder. If they would lay in Psukim, lay in Psukim. Imragil Shanois, if they were used to learning Mishnah and Gemara, Shoina. Then Koire Kriya Shema. Then they daven Ma'ariv like we do, which is Berochos Kriya Shema with Kriya Shema, Umis Palel. And then he says Shmona Esrei of Ma'ariv. Then comes home, the Oichel Pito, he eats a gutta tog. And then Umavarech, and then he benches. Period. And then he can do what he wants. Chayiv Misa. Says the Gemara, whoever violates this dictum is Chayiv Misa. Chayiv Misa? So, Chayiv Misa. Throughout Shas, the Chacham are going to give us gzeiros all over the place. They never use the term Chayiv Misa. Chayiv Misa. So, Iboy Sam, if you want, I'll tell you, Mishum de Ika Oines Shina. Because it's so problematic that people come home, they're tired, they got to be woken up and say, Chayiv Misa. Otherwise, they're going to fall asleep. Iboy Sam, Lafukim Ad Omar, Tfilas Arvis Rishus. There was a debate. See, Tfilas Shachris was established by Avram Avinu. And it's connected to the Tamid Shel Boiker. In the Beis HaMikdash, they offered an Ola Satamid every day. One in the morning, one Bein Arbayim. So we're going to learn that the Tfilas of Shachris and Mincha were established keneged the Ola Satamid of the Boiker and the Ola Satamid of Bein Arbayim. Those two. What about Ma'ariv? So there's a debate whether Ma'ariv is Rishus or Choiva. We're going to end up, the Gemara is going to paskin that Ma'ariv is a Rishus. Now, the eventual Poiskim, i.e. the Shulchan Aruch, the Rambam, we end up that it's a Choiva. We have to daven Ma'ariv. But the Gemara's initial understanding is that it's a Rishus. And that it's connected to the burning of the Evarim Upedorim. That means when you shech the Oilas Atomid, the innards and the limbs could burn all night. So and since we daven Ma'ariv at night, it's connected to that. But because there were people who said Ma'ariv is a Rishus, and again, therefore, there won't be an impetus to daven in Kriya Shema and Kriya, because, it's just a Rishus. So they said Chayiv Misa to Kamash Malan, that to tell people that it's really the Choiva. Omar. So Korei Kriya Shema Mispalel. So the Baraisa we just quoted said that the order is to say Kriya Shema and then Shmona Esrei. This is Mesaile Rav Yochanan. There's a Machlokes Amoraim regarding, does Kriya Shema go before Shmona Esrei? Does it go after Shmona Esrei? That he says Kriya Shema first. He says Baruch Atah Hashem Goal Yisrael. And we're going to ask about what about Hashkivenu. We'll see what to do with that. But then we have Kriya Shema. So the fact that this Baraisa said first you do Kriya Shema and then you do Shmona, so you're being Soymech Geula L'Tfilah. That's the sheet of Rav Yochanan. Rav Yeshua ben Levi says no. Oimer Tfilas be'emtza tiknum. No, the Tfilas were put in between Kriya Shema. Excuse me. Kriya Shema was put in between the Shmona Esreis. You say Shmona Esrei at night, then you say Kriya Shema. And then you say Kriya Shema, and then you have the Tfilos. That means Kriya Shema were placed in between the Shmona Esreis. We obviously don't paskin Rav Yeshua ben Levi. We paskin that we are Soymech Geula L'Tfilah, but there was such a shita. Now, b'mai kamiflagi, what in fact is the yesod of the machlokes between Rav Yeshua ben Levi and Rav Yochanan? Iboy say makra, iboy say mesfar. If you want, I'll give you a pasuk. If I'll give you a svar. Iboy say mesfar. Rav Yochanan savar geula me'urta nami havi. What about the geula Mitzrayim? Where was the geula? Was the geula at night, or was the geula only in the daytime? Because remember, it says. So the Ik Geula is in the daytime. Now, we know that there was Geula at night. Makas B'choros, which was the ultimate Geula, happened at night. So this machlokes as well relates to this. Rabbi Yochanan held really there is Geula even from night. Ela Geula ma'ayis elohava ela ad safra. Right. The real Geula wasn't in the morning, but there was a shtickle Geula at night. But Yeshua ben Levi Sover, no. Even the law of Yalamit Safra, the real Geula only occurred in daytime. Then really the Geula at night is not really a Geula. Therefore, there's no din of being Soymech Geula L'Tfilah at night, according to Yeshua ben Levi. That's Svara. The boy say Makra. It's a pasuk. Ushneim mikra echad darshu. Tichsiv. B'shach b'chol kumecha. The pasuk says when you lie down at night, when you wake up. Rav Yochanan Sofer mekish shchiva lakima. So we connect going to sleep to waking up. Ma kima kriya shema v'achar kach tefillah. Everybody agrees that in the morning, first you say kriya shema and then you do shmona esrei. Av shchiva nami. So we make a hekesh. We compare the night to the day. Just like the day, Kriya Shema said before Tefillah Shmona Esrei, and there's Geula before Tefillah. Same thing at night, Kriya Shema v'achar Tefillah. Rosh and Levi, no. Mekish Shchiva L'Kima in a different way. Ma Kima Kriya Shema Somech L'Mitaso. Meaning, in the morning, Kriya Shema is closer to his bed. That means when he woke up from his bed, then he says Kriya Shema before he says Shmona Esrei. So Kriya Shema is closer to when he goes to sleep. Av Shchiva Nami Kriya Shema Somech L'Mitaso. So therefore, at night, the laning of Kriya Shema should be closest to when he goes to sleep. So therefore, you shouldn't say Kriya Shema before Shmona Esrei. You should say Shmona Esrei, and instead of ending with Aleinu, we should end with Kriya Shema, because that takes us right into sleep. Now, in the end, we're going to be Yotzei from Yeshua ben Levi, because we say Kriya Shema al mitaso. Right? That's a different Kriya Shema. You don't say it full, etc. But in the end, we're going to be Makayim a little bit of that aspect. Mosik Mar Breid Ravina. So we ask a kasha. It says, Ba'erev, Mevorech Shtaim L'faneh, Shtaim L'achareh. It says, by Ma'ariv, we make two brachos. We say, Amariv Aravim, Ava Soilam, and then we say, Goal Yisrael and Ashkivenu. So you just told me you have to do Smichas Geula L'Tfilah, but what do you mean? You have Baruch Atah Hashem Goal Yisrael, and you don't go right into Shmona Esrei, you say Ashkivenu. And we say, Baruch Hashem Lo'olam, Amen V'Amen, Ashkenazim. No,
Eretz Yisrael they don't say.
Vos?
Eretz Yisrael.
They don't say in Eretz Yisrael.
I'm saying, but we say Ashkivenu.
No, Baruch Hashem L'Olam Amen.
In Nusach Sfard.
Any Nusach.
I don't know about that.
Eretz Yisrael they don't say.
They don't say it.
Even Nusach Ashkenaz?
Ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amri kiven to takina Rabban and Ashkivenu ki geula arich damya. So the answers the Gemara. Since it was Chazal who established Ashkivenu, it's one big geula. It's connected to the Goal Yisrael.
It was written during Makas Bechoros, when they were in their homes. That's why it says all those things.
Oyev Dever,
Cherev,
Ra.
Right.
It's
Part of Yitzis Mitzrayim.
part of Yitzis Mitzrayim. Ilo Temahachi Shachar Sechi Matzi Summit. It's the same thing. You have the problem in the morning. We don't go right away to Baruch Atah Hashem Goal Yisrael and start Shmona Esrei. Om Rav Yochanan Betchila Omer Hashem Sfosai Tiftach. Sfosai Tiftach Ketfila Richte Damya. Excuse me. Hashem Sfosai Tiftach Ulvasofu Omer Yerotzim Mefi Elahasam Kiven Tekin Rabbanon Lamemer Hashem Sfosai Tiftach Ketfila Richte Damya. It's the same thing. Just like we said, Ashkivenu is a long geula. So the Hashem Sfosai Tiftach is like part of the tefillah. It's like a long tefillah. It's like an introduction to the tefillah, so it's part of the tefillah.
Friday night there's Vishamru, there's some people that aren't
And that's also a long. You have to say it's a long geula.
Who does the Chabadnis don't say Beshamru.
Right. And the Vishamru some people do, but then they don't say Vaidaber, Tiku.
So we answered the question on both sides. On Rabbi Lazar Ravina, Kol Omer Tehila LeDavid B'Chol Yom. We're referring to Ashrei.
Sholosh Pa'amim.
Sholish Pa'amim Muftach Loshu Ben Olam Haba. You get Olam Haba. Now we say Ashrei 3 times. We say Ashrei in Psukim Zimra. We say Ashrei after Shmona Esrei, right before Aleinu, and then we say Ashrei by Mincha. My time. And what's the reason for this? What's the koyach of Ashrei that it gets you Olam Haba? Is because it's written in Aleph Beis? No, because name Ashrei Tzmimei Derech Dasi Betamnei Apin. We have Kuf Yud Tes, right? The capital Kuf Yud Tes is the longest capital in Tillim. When you have a name, right, and you break up the name, so you go to that pair because you have 8 times every letter, 8 Aleph, 8 Beis, 8 Gimel. So if you want to say that the schus of the Aleph Beis is what gives Ashrei its great power, so let's say Kuf Yud Tes, that's got Aleph Beis 8 times over. Ela mishum di ispe poseches yadecha. So the fact that we say that Hashem has the power over Mazon, that's the question. For name of Halagadol, the chsiv bein noisin lechel l'chobasar kilo olam chazdo, which is even a bigger praise. Ela mishum de ispei tarti. Says the Gemara, the power of Ashrei is Aleph Beis and Poiseches Yadecha. The sort of the combination of those two is what does it. Om Rav Yochanan ibn Maloi nemar nun ba'ashrei. If you go through Ashrei, you'll see there is no nun there. We go, Machuzcha Machuz Kol Olamim, Soymech Hashem L'chol HaNoiflim. There's no nun.
Why?
V'nei sheyesh bo mapolosim shel Shloinei Yisrael. There's a pasuk where that Rishonim and Klal Yisrael are going to have their nefila. Tichsiv nafla loisoisif kum sulas Yisrael. That there's in Amos it says that the Rishonim will have a nefila and they will have no kima. They'll fall and they'll never get back up. So we don't want to mention that. We don't want to mention nefila. The Marava mitartzi lahachi nafla v'loisoisif linpol od kum sulas Yisrael. That which is a good thing, that they fall and they'll never fall again. That means he didn't forget the nun. Shenemar soymech Hashem l'chol hanoiflim. That means the nuns are the nun people are mentioned there, so they weren't completely wiped out. They're kept in there. We know that there are malachim. These are special malachim of Kodesh Baruch Hu that are sent for various agencies. Michael, Gavriel, but this Gemara is going to say Michael is on a higher level than Gavriel. The ilu b'Michael ksiv vayov elai echad min ha'srafim. Yeshayahu has a vision, the vision of Kadosh, 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 and he sees angels flying to him. So all it took is one flap of his wings. Vayof, one time, and Michael already reached him. Ilu Gavriel ksiv va'ish Gavriel asher ra'isi b'chazon betchila mu'ef vayof, twice vayof. So Michael is greater. Now, how do you know? Because it says vayal elai echad min asrafim. How do you know that that's Michael? My mashmadai echad Michaelu. Om Rav Yochanan ostya echad. We learn a hekesh. Ksiv hacha vayof elai echad min asrafim. Uksiv hasam, and over there, another place in Yeshar hasam v'hinei Michael echad min asram harishonim bol azreini. So echad min asarim. So he's the miyuchad min asarim. So the echad refers to Michael. Tana, we learn a Mishnah, Michael ba'achas, Gavriel b'shtayim. Right? Michael flew in one zetz. Gavriel needed two. Eliyahu ba'arba. I don't know how the Gemara knows ba'arba yet. U'malach hamaves b'shmona. The malach hamaves, it takes him a long time to get where he's going. He needs 8. But b'shasa magefa, when there's a plague, he gets there quickly. Ba'achas. Yeshua ben Levi, very interesting. It's the same Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi who said that there's this concept that the Kriya Shema should be read samuch lemitaso. So he says, "Alo b'shakar adam Kriya Shema beis hakneses." He davened Ma'ariv in shul. He said Kriya Shema in shul. Mitzvah likroso amitaso. It's a mitzvah to do Kriya Shema lamita. Rav Yossi, Maikra, Rigzu v'al techto, Anu bilvavchem al mishkavchem v'domu sela. That means when you're on your mishkavcha, on your mita, and you're about to sleep, you should Rigzu v'al techto, and you should say Kriya Shema. That will prevent anger and sin. Okay, Yeshua Koyach.
Yeshua Koyach.